Do you ever get angry? Do you ever have negative self-talk? Do you ever have anxiety? Are you ever fearful? I want to share something with you guys that could be an absolute game changer for you, and it's very, very simple. I'm reading this book right now. It's called Endure, and it's basically geared towards endurance athletes and how your mental state can affect your performance. I won't get into too much detail about the book, but there are a couple of things I want to share with you before I share this technique because it's important. Your body affects your state of mind. It affects your thought processes. It affects what you choose to do. It affects your motivation. For example, in my case, there are many days where I'll go lift weights and I'll feel really good and I'll crush it in the gym. And there are many times where the day after, or even a couple days after, I am wiped out. I mean, to the point where I don't even want to get off the couch or out of bed. Like, my body and mind are just shut down. No motivation. I don't want to talk to anybody. It's like my brain isn't even working. My body doesn't want to move. It's really bad. It's like depression basically, but it's because I've pushed myself too hard. I'm in the gym, I feel great, but for whatever reason, it's the stress that I put on my body. In my case, sometimes it takes me a while to recover from that, especially if it's my legs. The opposite is also true. If you are mentally stressed, if you have negative thoughts, if you are mentally fatigued from stress or work, or you broke up with your boyfriend, or even simple little things like maybe you have low self-esteem and you have negative self-talk about yourself or about how other people perceive you or whatever it might be, this affects your body. Over the long term, these kinds of thought processes can cause cancer, heart disease, ulcers, all kinds of problems with your body from your mind. So they work together. Your mind affects your body and your body affects your mind. So in my case, what I need to do is when I don't work out for a week, it's kind of ironic. I actually feel really good, feel well rested. I feel mentally alert. I feel sharp. My skin is better. Like, my skin seems clearer. It's smoother. My body just feels stronger. I feel faster. I feel light on my feet. And that's great. Maybe I need to ease up in the gym, right? And the opposite is true as well. You don't want to be sitting around all day. You do need to move around a little bit. Like, going for a walk is great, but when you're doing really intense exercise, you probably need to pace yourself a little bit, not go too hard beyond what your body's capable of. So I want to read a couple things to you real quick, and I'll give you this technique and I'll be done. It'll be another couple minutes. Try to keep this under 5 minutes. So they've done a lot of studies. This one is a little bit silly, but basically they took a group of volunteers and had them hold a pen in their teeth. One group held the pen like a dog would hold a bone, so basically sideways in their teeth, which kind of looks like a smile. Your face is more of a smiling state when you're doing that because you got your mouth open, right? The other group was told to hold the pen in their lip like they were sucking on a straw. They were asked to rate how funny a series of Far Side cartoons were. The subjects rated the cartoons as funnier by about 1 point on a 10-point scale when they had the pen in their teeth sideways. So that group felt it was a little bit funnier than the other group. Now, this is a little bit of a marginal situation, but it goes to show that your facial expressions, the way that you're handling your body, affects your mind, and vice versa. Another one is they took a group of cyclists and had them pedal to exhaustion. One group, they had a screen in front of them where they flashed smiling faces. It was 16 milliseconds, so they couldn't even see them. Like, they couldn't even perceive them. They were happening so fast. The other group of cyclists, they had with an angry face, a frowning face. The cyclists that were looking at the happy face flashing at them, which they couldn't even perceive, went 3 minutes longer before reaching exhaustion than the other group did. So just seeing that, their subconscious just picking that up, made them go 3 minutes longer on their cycling than the other group before they had to give out because their body gave out. That's how much your mind can affect your body. This last one is a little more pronounced. They took a group, had them pedal to exhaustion on an exercise bike. They did that for, there was a certain average time for that. Then they taught them positive self-talk techniques. 2 weeks later, they took the same group of people, had them do this again. On average, the group pedaled 18% longer That's a lot, you guys. So if they went 20 minutes, basically they went another, 18% of 20 minutes is, it's roughly another, 4 minutes on that bike, just because of the positive self-talk. So all of us have negative self-talk from time to time, and it is what it is. It's just part of being human. It's how you deal with it that matters. So there's two things. Number one, try to smile more. I have an issue with that. I'm a very serious person. So if it's particularly someone I don't know, my default face is I don't feel like I'm making an angry face. My default face is very, just kind of stoic and not really very much expression. I wouldn't say that I frown a lot. I'm not like, walking around with an angry face, but smiling, not only does it make you feel better, not only is it good for your health, not only is it good for your body, it's good for the people you're around too. When they see that, it makes them better. When they see the angry face, it messes them up. Do you know this is true? When you see someone frowning at you, you don't like it, right? When you see someone giving you a serious face, it may be indifferent on that. When someone smiles at you, you like it most of the time, unless they're creeping you out or something. You want it to kind of be authentic, right? When you're driving your car, smile when no one's looking at you. It will make you feel better, even though you're not even interacting with anyone. So here's the 5-step technique when you're having a negative thought about something. Number one, recognize that you're having the thought. So let's use an example, that would probably be common amongst, people in our world. Maybe they think that a person doesn't like them. They don't know this person. It's just a stranger they just met, but maybe they think this person's not going to like me. That may be a thought that someone has. First of all, recognize that you're having a thought. That's number one. Number two, refuse the thought. All it is a thought. It has no validity. You don't even know this person. Number three, relax. Take a deep breath. Number four, reframe. No, I'm an amazing person. This person's going to love me. And in the end, it doesn't matter whether they do or not. You don't need their validation. But if you have that thought, it's going to make you feel better. You're going to behave better. It's better for your mental state, and it's better for your physical state as well, because they depend on each other. So reframe the thought to something positive, and then resume your activity. Let me give you another example. Let's say that you got into an argument with your boss or a coworker. Recognize that you're pissed off. Refuse that thought that you're having, like, I want them to get hit by a bus or whatever it is, and relax, take a deep breath, and then reframe it. Everything's great. My life is great. They're probably just having a bad day, or they probably didn't understand how what they said impacted me. It's not that big of a deal. I'm on a speck of dust floating through space. None of this shit really matters. Or whatever you need to do, just something positive or neutral, and then resume whatever you're doing. Okay, this will reduce the stress in your life. So it's the 5 R's: recognize, refuse, relax, reframe with a more positive thought, and then resume whatever you were doing. Try that. Anytime you have a negative thought about anything, if you start paying attention, if you don't know this already, if you happen to be a particularly negative person, you would be surprised how much negative crap you have going through your head on a daily basis. It's just, for most of us, it's a problem. So if you just look at the amount of people in our country that are on antidepressants and that have mental health issues, this would be a clear example of what I'm talking about. So anyway, I hope you guys find this useful in some way. I think that it's an amazing technique, and it's super simple. Give it a shot, see how it helps you. Talk to you later.